Hey everybody, it's Allison DeBona. I'm a soloist with Ballet West. You can also find me on Pointe, which is on the CW. Today, Abby Tilton's going to be helping me because so many of you awesome people on Twitter ask me questions about better feet. How do I get better feet? How do I get a more flexible back? I need to work on my splits. So I figured I'd give you a few pointers today, just a few, and we're going to start with the back. So Abby's going to lay on the ground. I think that you can do any of these at home. One second. The only important thing to remember is that you want to make sure you're warmed up before you do any of this. Abby's already taken a few ballet classes today, which is really important. You don't want to do anything straight out of bed because you could injure yourself. But what this is going to do is help the flexibility of the back and also the strength of the back. There's a wrong way and a right way to do this. So you want to ask whoever, your friend, your mom, your brother, your sister, anybody at home or at ballet for the help. So you want to grab the person with a nice strong grip of the hands, and what you want to do is pull up and back. What you want to avoid is just grabbing your friend and pulling back because you can injure them. So what's most important on your behalf, if you're me, is pull up and back. If you're the person being stretched, the wrong way to do this is by relaxing your stomach muscles like Abby's doing right here. What you can do is injure your back. The best way to have back support is by using your stomach muscles. So while you're being stretched, make sure you're supporting your lower abs. So what I usually do with my students is pull up and back for about 30 seconds. Let's give them a nice stretch. And after 30 seconds, let go and ask them to hold it here for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. I like to have my students do this 3 times. I usually do this at the end of the ballet class or in a stretching or strengthening class. So this is really good for the back. We'll show you one more time. So if you're me, grab your friend with a nice hand grip, pull up and back, and be gentle. And if you're Abby, make sure you're very vocal about how far to be pulled back. You don't want to hurt yourself. Make sure you're engaging those lower abs, squeezing your bum muscles, and let go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Thanks, Abby. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about is foot stretch. A lot of you ask, how do I get more flexible feet? This is really easy to do. You can ask your mom to help you at home or your dance friends. So it's really important to do this the right way because you don't want to hurt the tops of your feet. And what we like to do is grab with the thumbs on top of the ankle like this and underneath the foot with the rest of your fingers. And what you want to do is pull towards yourself a little and down to stretch out the ankle. You want to ask Abby to make sure her knees staying straight as possible. And what you want to avoid is sickling your friend's foot. So you don't want to push it in, and you also don't want to bevel too much. You don't want this. So you want to make sure it's nice and straight with the leg. So you grab underneath the foot with all 4 of these fingers and use the thumbs on top of the ankle and stretch down. I like to hold there for 20 seconds. Or so. And then to relax, push your friend's foot back. Give them a nice calf stretch and an Achilles stretch. So I usually do that with my students 3 times as well, or I ask them to group up with a buddy. But that's pretty much the easiest way to do this without a foot stretcher at home. Lastly, I want to talk to you about splits. I know a lot of you guys are asking me, how do I get a better split? Quite frankly, the best way to get a better split is to sit in your splits. However, there's a right way and a wrong way. So I always tell my students, when getting into a split, you want to make sure that there is a hand on each side of the body. What's incorrect, and what a lot of kids often do, is lean to one side. Although this is stretching you, it's not going to help you for your bronchitis. So make sure that you have both hands on one side or the other. If you're not all the way down like Abby is, that's okay. What you need to do is help to hold yourself up with your arms. So Abby, can you go show them an example if you weren't all the way down? Yeah, so just hold yourself up. It'll give you a nice arm strength as well. But really, when it starts to be a little too much, that's when you should probably send your split just a little bit longer. So I would say at least a minute at a time is safe. Make sure you also do both sides. I know that we always favor one side as dancers. We think we're a righty or a lefty, but you want to make sure you're stretching equally. Lastly, we're going to talk about the center splits, and what I like to do with my kids is ask them to be up against the wall with their bums facing the wall and to push themselves all the way back and to hold themselves up on their arms like so. This is a great way to stretch your straddle, and it helps having the wall behind you. If you're not all the way up, which some of you may not, or all the way down, which some of you may not be, you can hold yourself up. Can you show them as if it was the same as the splits? Okay, so you can hold yourself up with your hands. It may take a little bit more energy, but it does help you get the splits. One thing that I think is really important to explain to you guys is gravity is very powerful. So do not push on your friends while on a split. Don't try to stack books on top of yourself while on a split. Gravity will do it all for you. If you take the time and stay in those splits for at least a minute at a time, you will start to feel your body relax and you'll become more flexible over time. So, Abby, thank you very much for the help. Short and sweet, that's what I wanted to do for you all. Thank you so much for being such awesome Twitter fans, and I hope you stay tuned to more YouTube videos.